What's up guys, it's Carbonite Productions 72 and welcome to today's video. Today is episode 70 of Figure Friday and we are doing the Han Solo and Carbonite mold from 2010. So before we begin, I'd like to ask you guys to like and subscribe if you joined the video, and if you have any feedback, why not leave it in the comment section. So before we begin, I would like to give my friend Cody a shout out on his YouTube channel. I'm very bad at pronouncing it for some reason, despite it being one of those words that's probably very easy to say. But I'm going to link it in the comments, and he will probably comment on this video. He isn't the biggest YouTuber, he has 22 subscribers, but it's went up within like 9 subscribers within the last week of me mentioning him and being in the comments. So why not leave a subscriber or a like on the channel? Why not? His videos are very good. Doesn't do this kind of content, but if you like things like Star Wars Battlefront, Five Nights at Freddy's, Transformers, that sort of thing, why not check him out? He's going to be starting a series soon similar to this but with Transformers, so why not check that out? So yeah, this piece is not a new piece. It makes me feel old to say that. This piece has been around since 2010 and it's been used so many times. It's been in the 2010 Slave 1, the 2015 Slave 1, the 2016 Carbon Freezing Chamber, the 2019 Slave 1 are all listed on one piece, but for some reason, I have no idea why, but for some reason, it says the one from 2012 looks slightly different. Now, I don't know why that is. I'm actually going to show you that piece in the book, because I don't know why. I don't really see the difference. I mean, one looks maybe slightly lighter than the other. I'm not really sure, but they look no different to me. So in just a second, I am going to show you that. Here it is. So here we are on the book. Here is the Carbonite brick. Obviously, it says here's the years. Some of them isn't written here because it's a 2018 book, but you know, the other ones I just knew off the top of my head. And so I'm going to zoom out to make this a bit easier. So here we have the one, like I just showed you, and over here we have the same brick, but it's listed as different. And being in Jabba's palace, I don't really see any difference, so if someone knows, please tell me in the comments. But yeah, so there's that. Again, I don't know why. If you know, tell me in the comments. But it's not a lot of sets, and it's a really cool mold, but unfortunately, a lot of people, including myself, are calling for this to be updated, because you may notice it is the old Han Solo hair. Now, the 2019 20th anniversary Slave 1 would have been a great time to have done that, but they didn't, because that set had the Han Solo with the new hair. But yeah, here is all the sets he's in. I'm just going to read them out again. 2010 Slave 1, the 2012 Jabba's Palace, they're the same piece. The 2015 Slave 1, 2016 Carbon Freezing Chamber, the 2018 Betrayal at Cloud City, and the 2019 Slave 1. Personally, I got one from the Carbon Freezing Chamber and one from the Slave 1. Here's all those sets. And that was all the sets that this mold appeared in. First appearing in 2010, last appearing in 2019. So I would imagine LEGO isn't thinking of replacing this anytime soon. I don't think they will be. I'm saying this, and they probably will replace it next week. Obviously not, but you get my point. It's been here for 10 years. Well, it's been used most of the time, unless they replace it next year, I don't know. But there's not been any 2020 sets, so this mold is now 10 years old. It replaced the Carbonite brick. I'm not going to show that, I don't have it. I don't usually put the previous versions of things on here. That's not something we do. But yeah, so I'm now going to zoom in and show you the mold. And here is the Carbonite mold. So obviously you guys can see what that represents. We're only doing the mold in this video, but I am going to show the minifigure and you know how accurate it is to the mold. I'd say it is pretty accurate. It gets the point done. But yeah, that Han Solo is from 2016, by the way. But yeah, so it's a cool mold. It is on a stand. Now that stand is actually the thing that holds it in the Carbon Freezing Chamber set. I used that as a way of just holding it on my regular stand slash turntable. So we could use it. It has handles at the top and the bottom, being these. The minifigures hold on to those, so that's what those are for. You know, they act quite cool, you know, do the job right. But yeah, it's not just all the details on here, like you got some cracks, stuff. This is not just a print, this is a 3D mold. I will show you, you guys can see that is a 3D mold. On both sides of the carbonite brick, we have all of these, you know, we have all this print. Some of it is actually in the Star Wars Arabish, at least it looks like it. This bottom panel here looks like it is in the Arabish. If you turn it around this way, you guys can basically see, you know, the basic mold. And I will show you what a minifigure looks like inside. And there is Han Solo inside the Carbonite. Again, this video is not on him, he will get his own episode. But yeah, on the side, it's kind of like the opposite. What was on the bottom is now on the top, and it's going in the opposite way, if that makes sense. On this side, coming round, we have went round the entire piece and also made the stand squint. So we have succeeded in doing two things there. So we now move on to my final conclusion. Obviously, it's a mold, there's not much to say, but it's classed as a minifigure. It's in the minifigure section of the book. Now, obviously, that's not going to help because it's something to do with a minifigure, so I suppose. But on the box for the Slave 1 and on the box for the Carbon Freezing Chamber, it shows it as a minifigure, as I'm about to show you right now. So we're over here at the shelves, so I could just show you what I meant. Here it is. You can kind of see the mold. It's up there on the box with the minifigures where I put my boxes. But yeah, it is classed as a minifigure. At least on the Carbonite Freezing Chamber box. It is the same, but I'm just not going to lift all these boxes up off the Slave 1 box. And in order to show that, on the side, for some reason it only shows Princess Leia, because it's the 20th anniversary set. Now, back to the mold. So, yeah, final thoughts. Definitely get this. As cool as it is, my personal favourite will always be that brick, because personally I don't own the brick version of the Carbonite, but there's some sort of nostalgia for it. Probably because of the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. That's why I love the older minifigures, probably. It's one of the reasons, despite the fact that they're old and, you know, hugely collectible. So this piece has been around for 10 years, which begs the question, how much longer will it stay around? Because I can't think of many minifigures that have really stayed around, or minifigure, you know, oh no, just minifigures or molds that have really stuck around that long. Obviously, like, look in the exception of the dewback, first came in 2004, and here we are in 2020, and it's been done 3 different times. There's loads of molds. You could probably think of Jabba the Hutt's been changed. Those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head, but you know, will this one stick around? I don't know. I think it might stay around a bit longer. It doesn't appear that often. Like in 2012, it had only ever been in 2 sets, and it's kind of hard to get. But with the release of the Carbon Freezing Chamber in 2016, it became easier to get. It kind of lost the value it had. Because when I was younger, this was a valuable piece. It was kind of hard to get a hold of, which made it quite cool. But I don't know if that's going to continue. Obviously, we need to get it updated to match the newer Han Solo minifigure, which I'm about to get right now. Because at this point, apart from putting a back on it somehow, which you know, it doesn't bother me because of the way you leave it in sets. It just depends how you've got it displayed. But they need to make one that matches the hair on this Han Solo minifigure. And unless they do that, then it's really the only thing I can think of that they're going to change. Because I don't really see what else they can do with it. It's one of those molds that you can see why it's stuck around for so long. I really like this one. It works well in mocks as long as it's, you know, the back is at a wall or it's covered, because it's the only flaw with it is, you know, is this big open space. But, you know, you got to get Han Solo in there somehow. But yeah, I hope it does stick around. It's definitely a cool piece. Obviously the handles on it aren't accurate, but you know, the minifigures need to hold it somehow. It has to stand up. Obviously here is the stand that it's on. I'm just going to show you guys that. Yeah, there's the stand. It's from the Carbon Freezing Chamber. It's the piece. It holds it up on the platform of that set. That, if you're wondering what exactly that was for. So I know this video is getting a bit long. I do apologise, but you know, it's a cool piece that I just want to talk about in today's episode. So the next episode you guys are getting is... The next episode is episode 71, and it is Darth Vader, episode 3 from 2005. In fact, I'll even give you a short preview of that minifigure. He isn't that much different from any other Darth Vader from that era, apart from one key difference. I'll let you figure out that key difference, but yeah, this is next week's minifigure, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in next video, which is channel update for October. See you then. Shout out to my friend Cody, his channel will be linked below, and he probably will comment if you want to go see that. Again, great content, tiny subscriber count, let's get him up to 50 by the end of the year. Thanks for watching, bye.